3DO.
The Elemental Lords, masters of air, earth, water, and fire, were free to tear the world apart now that a 10,000-year truce had come to an end. Only one with a powerful command over magic could stand a chance against that. So why did the ancestors call on a barbarian who hates magic to save us all?
Maybe to have a sequel? I'm pretty sure they need a sequel. Hey everyone and welcome to Let's Play Heroes Chronicles Masters of the Elements, which happens to be the third chapter in the whole Chronicles series, where we get to see Tarnum use magic. Look at that! Magic! It's lightning. An animated background. Is that the first? Maybe. I don't know. So I could load a game, but it's a bad idea. I tried to record the first map already. In fact, I did, but then the recording was scrapped. Mostly my fault. I just wasn't careful enough. So we're gonna try again. So this is semi-blind normally. Right now it's just not blind at all for the first map because I played it already. But for the other maps... what was I gonna say? 3, 4, okay. For the other maps, it's gonna be semi-blind in that I'm going to look at the map beforehand to know where I need to go to get wood or and whatever, and have a general idea of what the game plan is. I can still fail. I explained that, I think in the previous one? Yeah, in the previous Chronicles I explained what I mean by looking at the map, so you can... If you've watched that, you know what I'm talking about. But otherwise, just for the other people, just to simplify things, I give myself a game plan. That doesn't mean I'm not cheating that much. I'm just simulating having played the game before, while not having played the game before, to make the Let's Play go a little smoother, a little faster. Because once you've played the map once, you already have a game plan, if you fail or not, the second time you play it, of... Oh, I remember, the wood was that way, and I'm gonna waste less time if I go there first, right? So... that's what I do. Anyway, as far as difficulty goes, I think what I do is like once on normal, the first one, 3 times this, 3 times this, and 1 time this, which should be this one. That sounds about right to me. So, let's go! 10 obsidian gargoyles, or 1 spell power. Well, this buffs all maps. This buffs only this map. Easy choice. Oh, I should probably read what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to become a wizard to have a chance of saving the world from destructive elemental lords. The jerks. I mean, that's weird because they looked fine in the Armageddon's Blade campaign, and then turns out they're just jerks. They saved the world to destroy it themselves. Great. Okay, so the story maybe just is an excuse, whatever. Tarnum must defeat the Conflux Town to gain the knowledge he needs to confront the Elemental Lords, but he cannot lose any battle, because otherwise he's lost. That's unfortunate. He can get to level 8 and he carries over 2 captains. Hopefully I get as good a captain as I did last time.
Tarnum away to a distant tower, where sorcery was part of everyday life. He now wore the robes of a wizard, and was expected to lead these creatures of magic against the Elemental Lords.
Yes. Is that a problem? Turns out it is. At least first. That image was an image. I was fishing on the still lake when the ancestors appeared before me, their ghostly forms hovering just above the water. Tarnum, this is the most important task we have set before you. As they magically transported me to a distant tower, they explained that when the world was created, the gods forced the Elemental Lords into a 10,000-year truce. Why only 10,000? If they could force them to do a truce, you know, why that amount? 10,000 years have passed, and the violent, selfish Elemental Lords plan to separate all the elements, thus destroying the entire world. My goodness. No wonder the ancestors seemed so urgent. The elemental lords were coming to our world to destroy it. But what if I didn't wait for them? What if I took the battle of them to the elemental planes where they reside? They certainly wouldn't expect such an assault. Unfortunately, the only way to reach the elemental planes is through a conflux town, and only one remains in the entire world. Is that right? Seems excessive. Hey, you get the same side hero. That's useful because... +1 Mercury. That's nice. More resources. For a side hero, that's really useful. Anyway, I need to remember what I'm doing. I remember what I'm doing. You're attacking this because reasons. Because I need stones, really. You can have gremlins. It's gonna slow you down, but whatever. Speaking of... Last time I did Lookout Tower because I had actually forgotten to look at the map beforehand, and that just gave me a lot of map knowledge. A lot of necessary map knowledge. I don't need that anymore, so... Not this run. Oh, I forgot. There's a mage here. Forgot about that. It's a crazy mage that's attacking us because reasons, and we just arrow it. And he's dead. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be alright. Meanwhile, I need stones. I really do. Whoops. Sure. I would love to have your help. I wish I hadn't strayed off the path. That's going to slow me down. Why would you pick that up? Because I'm nice. I don't like my side hero doing all the job, apparently. The King of Bracada, Gavin Magnus, has given me the uses of troops to battle the elemental lords. How the ancestors arranged this, I do not know. I guess they have a good working relationship. As helpful as King Magnus seems, he also sent along a representative named Barsola to make sure someone protects the interests of the kingdom. From the first moment we met, Barsola has been trying to tell me what to do. You mean he's the tutorial man of this one? Yes. He's more annoying than any person I have met, and a wizard as well. 2 reasons for me to hate him. Personally, I think the twit needs to be pushed off the nearest cliff. My goodness, language, please. Unfortunately, it would only end up with more problems if the third cousin of the king disappeared. You probably would have that. Sure, you can have more gremlins. Did I say... I meant meat shields. You're fine. Get this. Alright. Get yourself more gremlins, because that's useful. Oh, by the way, he can have he's a specialist of enchanters, so he can make enchanters. That's really nice. Enchanters are good. So the air elementals want gold. No, they have gold. They don't want me to have gold. No, they're not getting over here anytime soon. Oh wow, they are actually pretty effective. Their spells. My shots, not so much. Pretty sad, actually, in terms of damage. Hey, straight arrow. Lovely. You can probably finish this off, right? Yeah. Wait up a little. Allow them to get into straight arrow range, and we're done. Gold. Very important. The rest not so much. I mean, gems are usually important with this town, but not when you don't really get to build anything other than the basics. So, yeah. Sitting at the table in my tent, I shake my head and chuckle as an assistant tries to explain the elemental planes to me. Please listen, sir. We have evidence to support this information. First, an account of these alternate planes. But in the entire world made only of fire. That's not possible, I say. So the elemental planes, the rules of our world do not apply. In the elemental planes, you can walk on clouds, and entire landscapes can be made only of fire. That's why no one has dared to take an army into these lands. Well, possible not. I will be the first. There's no reason to sit around waiting for these elemental lords to come to me. I'll take the battle to them and end it before they get a chance to harm this world. Sure, whatever. Money. That's more interesting than whatever you're saying. You know what? Hold on. Tavern time. Because reasons. Chain lightning or this guy? He's a really good sidekick hero. Why? Because he can control the towers, so he's gonna be the sidekick hero that stays back and defends the castle if the castle needs to be defended. Seems reasonable. So try to catch up to this guy. Yes! Reinforcements! Because I realized that I could, you know, send reinforcements. And I should. When you can, you should. Get yourself some money. Maybe a windmill eventually. One thing at a time. One of the natives of this region approaches the army. You can barely see his face from behind the belt of clothing he wears to fight off the chill. So, I hear you're the one who plans to battle the elemental lord. Seems to be you crazy to take on such a task, but then who am I to question you? I know I wanted to warn you, this valley is often visited by air elementals, and you never see them until they attack. Beware! Sure, whatever. Oh, look! Air elementals. Never saw that one. I forgot to promote you. Never saw that one coming, I was saying. Speed! Do speak it. Don't do anything, you're gonna hurt yourself. See, he could attack this now, but he won't. You could attack that. Yeah. Okay. This. Good. Finish this. Finish this. And then you're gonna be a problem. I'm gone. Hopefully... Oh, there we go. It's fine, don't worry about it. Leadership. I remember in this map, it offered me leadership, air magic, and mysticism. That's it. So I'm not that interested in leadership. I eventually took leadership, but it's not really what I want. Sure. Guess I'll take on. I still forgot to promote the mages. I'm bad. I start talking about things and then I forget other things I should be doing. Typical. No, that's not the one you should have shot. It's fine, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Alright. This one's gonna die. This one's gonna die. There we go. This one as well. And we're fine. You weren't in range. How unfortunate. I forgot to look at the time when I started recording. It's... I know the time now, but that doesn't really answer my question, does it? Guess I'll just improvise. As I recall, there are mages. Yes, right here. A piece of wise advice. I was always wanting to let you know the importance of his own words. Visit those mages' towers weekly to recruit the mages as they graduate. You could train them to become enchanters, you know. Yes, I know. I'm aware of how this game is played. Thank you very much. Now, I'm not stacking them. Not because it casts spells twice. It doesn't. But because... what is that? I think that's wisdom. As I recall, it's wisdom. So no one cares. Not because they cast 2 spells, but because I want... I want 2 shots with them. 10, 8 is about good enough damage for the stacks we're facing. And that just gives me more shots. I've been told that if I plan to fight the elemental lords, I must use magic. No magic? No wonder the ancestors brought me to this tower, the home of creatures born with magic in their blood. Magic is all around me, making little hairs on my back, on the back of my neck, stand on end. Even after all these years apart from my culture, I am still a barbarian deep inside. I distrust magic and anyone who uses it. Give me a sword, any weapon, and let me face my enemy in combat. No. Gargoyles want to be your friend. Not these, though. Oh, there's archers in there. By the way, Tarnum starts with no spellbook, and you cannot build a magic guild. You cannot get spells with him. It's kinda stupid. Just kinda, but still kinda stupid. you're useless. Your shot is worth the least amount of damage, so it's gonna go do that. Nice, we can finish this, and then I should have moved you to not take damage. Oh well, it's just gremlins. Not the worst thing I could have lost. Magi, which I believe will not join me, unlike every other tower creature we've encountered thus far. Because they don't feel like it. That's all. Oh yeah, production. We can actually get our entire production online on the very first week. Considering you cannot build economy at all, I mean, it's fine, right? It's a thing to do. Upstart fool! Wonderful quote. Wish you'd just join me. It would make things simpler, so you just gave us extra melee damage. How wonderful. I wish you'd given us haste instead. My gremlins wouldn't have to suffer this much. The master gremlins too, you know, the more useful ones. Why do you keep shooting them? Should have shot that. Whatever. Losses on weak units, no one cares about. Oh, you know what? Ferry the mages to him. We're gonna save a few more movement points like this. Heck yeah. Look at that. Efficiency! Awesome. Day 6. We are close to the end of the week. I'm gonna go this way. This way here? Sure. The AI broke out of his little starting area around the end of the first week. Barsola has been droning for the better part of an hour about the intricacies of golem construction, while I've been daydreaming of a golem falling on top of the scrawny wizard, crushing the life out of him. Then Barsola stopped talking and turned toward him. He was waiting for something. Must have asked me a question. What? Said Ron Young. Sorry. What? I said it would be beneficial to hire one of those lazy heroes from the tavern to visit the gremlin workshops, the pirate pips, and other creatures' dwellings once a week. They could collect the taxes from the water wheel and windmill as well. Sure, sounds like a good idea. Quickly pointed toward our right and said, "Look, a rabbit!" Barsola looked and then frowned as he realized there wasn't a rabbit. Because I'm an asshole. It's a thing I do. Oh, elemental... air elementals. All the stacks are not the same amount. Bothersome. Right, let them move up. Slow is better than haste in this situation, but I'll take it. I'd rather not get hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A resounding success on the whole not getting hit part, I suppose. Shoot that down, please. Good enough. You're not good enough, but whatever. Oh, you are. Surprising. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this needs to die. It will, so it's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm gonna have to move my enchanters if I don't want to take any damage whatsoever, because both stacks can actually attack my enchanters. Losing enchanters will not do. Do you think you can kill 7? Of course not. And you lost 2 because you're that weak. That weak. Really? Whatever. Okay, you know what? Last time I took leadership, I'll stick to leadership for the moment and not mysticism, because I don't think I need either leadership or mysticism, to be perfectly honest. please. Alright, basically done. I think Marketplace, because the rare resources are accumulating and not really useful in any way. Something about the Elemental Lords, I think. Did not quite catch all that. Air magic? Sure. I'll get leadership eventually. You'll see, next time I'm gonna have a choice between just leadership and mysticism. I think you're locked into only getting those. Which I think is kind of silly, personally. Oh, I have these to get too. Well, better get to it then. This morning I left while it was still dark to explore the immediate area. Perhaps it was foolish, but dealing with all this magic makes my head feel like it's been split open with an axe. Just a chance to ride alone in the wild made me feel better. That I was attacked! The elementals came out of the nowhere and picked me up from my horse. I tried to use my staff on them, but it was useless while the elementals were completely surrounded by their element, air. They carried me up above the clouds themselves, taunting me all the way, and let me go. Seemed like I fell for an eternity, straight toward the solid ground below, trying to prepare myself for the pain, and then something took hold of me from behind. At first I thought it was the elementals, back to taunt me again, but when I turned I saw one of my assistants, the Gargoyle Master. The small man was flying through the air with the help of magic, and he set me down without injury. I lowered my head, shame that I had to be saved by magic. Magic's just a tool, doesn't matter what you're doing with it. Well, okay, it does matter what you're doing with it. My point is, it doesn't matter that it was magic. Could have been anything. Look at this army being an army. Should I worry? I don't think so. I'll let him come if he wants to come. I'll take the resources though. Yeah, I'll take the resources. Resources sound just fine. Grab the parapet. Oh, you know what? I should maybe use her to get some reinforcements to the front lines. Upgrading all these creatures is costing quite a bit. This is, by the way, why you need the marketplace. Hi. Well, aren't you courageous? Or foolish. Whichever. Bless! Ooh, good. Very good. These are the biggest problem here that I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. They are in range of just about anything, so... Okay, you kill that. That's one less garbage to deal with. You take a hit, because the elementals are going to want to attack you. Enchanters, fire well. Not you, though. You go take a hit for the enchanters down here. Look at that, predicting his every moves. Really? No, not those Grim. Can you kill that? Yes! I'll be able to shoot. Wonderful. You did, son. You did! They do try to run away. This is not basic. Speaking of basic, look at that, I called it. So... I still think leadership is better. I don't expect a shortage of mana. I do expect to cast a lot of spells. But in the context of I have towers, so I'm gonna boost my maximum mana every single goddamn map, except this one. Every single goddamn map. I'm not too worried about it. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going with this. Speaking of keeping going, I have to stop, I think. I don't know how long I've been recording, but this is a decent place to stop, I think. So we're gonna stop there. Next time... I guess we're finishing this. I did this in 2 episodes last time, but I forget exactly where. You know, I was paying attention to time, and I had 30 minutes and then something else. If I haven't played enough now, maybe we won't finish next time, but I think we will. A whole lot of talking for not much said. Next time, probably killing, well, finishing the map. Until then, see ya.